Some people think the Great Axe is a brain-dead weapon, an unskillful, amateur-hour face-roll option of weaponry. You wanna know what I think? I see a Great Axe. A full-size 4x4 Jeep Wrangler Transforma Giga Chad Alpha Male. We're not just spinning to win, we're out here mowing the grass of the battlefield, chopping down every peasant in sight, and weed whacking like we're getting paid for it. So the next time you pick up a Great Axe, just know you're not just choosing a weapon, you're choosing a goddamn lifestyle. Welcome to the Great Axe Club. Welcome to Scripted Gaming. Hey guys, welcome back to another Albion Online video. I hope you've all been doing well and are excited for this week's video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've been meaning to try out some new axes in PvP, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. With that said, we'll be trying out the bear paws in PvP. And I'm not talking about these. I'm talking about these. I've been playing with the bear paws for a while now, and I can honestly say I've been absolutely loving them. The bear paws E ability, Razor Cut, not only gives you amazing damage, but also allows you to cover big distances with its leaping effect. It's been amazing with corrupted dungeons, as I typically hate getting kited by ranged enemies. But with bear paws, I've been able to chase down those pesky bow players with the E ability. This axe has been very fun to use and seems pretty versatile no matter what you're fighting. The only downside is that the bear paws currently costs a minimum of roughly 100k silver, and that's starting at tier 4. But I think with the amount of silver we'll be making from corrupted dungeons, the weapon should pay for itself. So with that brief introduction out of the way, let's see the build we'll be using in PvP corrupted dungeons. Real quick, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, as we upload videos every Sunday. Also, I'm still learning the bear paws as a weapon, so if you guys have any recommendations for builds to try out, you can leave them in the comments below, as I'm really excited to read all your guys' ideas. But without further ado, let's get into the build and see what these bear paws can do. So starting with Q, we'll be choosing Rending Rage, allowing us to strike enemies in front of us with each hit applying a bleed to the target. This bleed can stack up to 3 times, which then applies a healing debuff to the enemy. This ability has 3 charges, with a 3rd charge causing us to leap and root all enemies we land on. But to maximize DPS, we can use 2 charges of Rending Rage, wait for the charges to reset, and then rinse and repeat. For our W, we'll be using Adrenaline Boost, increasing our damage, movement speed, and attack speed by 40% for 7 seconds. This ability has a 20-second cooldown. Our E itself is Razor Cut, causing us to leap and deal massive damage to enemies in front of us on impact. This also applies a bleed to each enemy hit, which deals true damage. Typically, this ability has a 30-second cooldown, but hitting at least one player will reduce the cooldown by 40%. Which ends up cutting the cooldown to about 17 seconds. And the passive we'll be using is Deep Cuts, causing every 4th normal attack to apply a short bleed to the target. The helmet we'll be using is Hunter Hood for the Retaliate ability. This will increase our resistances and reflect up to 70% of damage taken for 4 seconds. This ability has a 45-second cooldown. For our passive, we'll be using Balanced Mind for more damage and defense. The chest we'll be using is the Stalker Jacket for Electric Field. This ability unleashes an electric attack which deals damage to enemies around us for 7.5 seconds. This ability has a 45-second cooldown. For our passive, we'll be using Balanced Mind for more damage and defense. We'll be using the Guardian Boots for the Giant ability, allowing us to increase our health by 100% and movement speed by 25% for 8 seconds. We'll be using this with our healing potions, but we'll explain that a bit later. The Boots ability itself has a 1-minute cooldown. The passive we'll be using is Toughness for more overall defense. For our cape, we'll be using the Thetford Cape for the Chain Lightning ability, giving us an electric strike to the target, which then jumps to the closest enemy. This ability has a 15-second cooldown. For our potions, we'll be using healing potions to heal throughout the fight. But to use them more efficiently, we'll be using them when our boots are activated to double the healing. These potions have a cooldown of 1 minute and 30 seconds. And for our food, we'll be using the Red Spring Eel Stew for more damage and a higher cooldown rate. Now I'll show you a short example of how the build is used. We'll start by running in and activating our W, Adrenaline Boost, followed by our R, Electric Field. We'll then use 2 charges of Rending Rage, followed by our E, Razor Cut. When the enemy uses an offensive ability, we'll be sure to use our D, Retaliate, to reflect as much damage as possible. When we start to become low on health, we can use our boots, followed by our potions for maximum healing. This is just a demonstration, as each fight will play out a bit differently, but I hope this gives you an idea of which abilities to use and when. So now that you know how the build works, we can try it out in PvP Corrupted Dungeons. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Take care, everyone.
Stranded in the open,